want to see him succeed. Pretty much, that's it.
Mike, I want to hug you. I love that. I love Jalen Hurts. I fucking love Jalen Hurts.
And Mike, when you say root for, we were here in the pre-show, of course. The Open Bar Patreon page. You gotta subscribe, Pulp Premium to know what he said. But
Premium chat.
No. I'll just give it up. I'll give it up. All right. He said he liked said player more than his left butt cheek. Now let's get into it, Mike. What about Jalen Hurts?
I mean, he's worth more than my whole body, so we got to sacrifice everything to get him up there, man. He's that dude. He's that dude, man. I'm sacrifice everything to get Jalen Hurts. It's his time.
Okay, it's like sacrificing. Like, what do they do? Sacrifice a virgin? Is that part of something?
Yeah. Right? Unfortunately, I'm not a virgin, but I'll go through the born again virgin stuff and sacrifice myself then, so we can get Jalen Hurts up in there.
Yeah. Dang it, J Mike. I really like try to catch people, and I think that Mike really I think he just beat me a little bit. I think we just did a versus and intro on the Open Bar, and he was like, "No, I was actually ready for that question." It was in the show sheet.
Right? I put it on the show sheet.
Thanks,
yeah,
bro.
we got that.
Yeah.
We've been rehearsing all week.
He knew it was coming.
Oh man. Well,
I don't know how you get swag out the gate on your own spot here, Gabe. That's,
I know.
You got Clujied, man. You got Clujied.
Yeah.
Lou and Clue coming at you.
Tough scene. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Y'all beefed on Twitter and in the DMs for so long, but I mean, it's right there for the pod. Lou and Clue, come on, get a clue. All right. We're live, man. It's Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern ish. I thought that intro would take at least 10 minutes. I've not even close. So I'm stuck. I'm up and I'm stuck, J Mike. So I'm gonna pass it off to you. How are you doing, my friend? What's good?
It's so good to be back. Second Tuesday in March, and the crew that we have here. A bunch of rookies, a veteran. We've got the daddy himself. We've got Bougie Klugie, or wherever we landed with that. We've got Don't Call Me Lou, and we've got I'm sitting in the passenger side of my best friend's ride, trying to fix a flat on the highway. Brown. Listen, it's about to get lit. We've got the lip sync champion of the world. Hey, 2021, things are looking up. Hey, who'd have guessed it? Who'd have thunk it? Not me. Happy to be here. It's good stuff.
You just wait for this. This is why you're here in the off season. You just wait for that one show. We've had some good shows already, J Mike. 2021's basically ours at this point. But then you just wait for that one show to get there. You wait 60 some day. What are we at? 70 days into the year. This is the show. This is the show where we officially take over 2021. They might actually just take the 0 out and throw an open bar between the 2 and the 2-1. This is it.
I guess my only question for you is, are you mentally prepared, physically, spiritually prepared for this takeover that's currently happening in real time?
Yeah.
Like there's Top Shot, there's Clubhouse, there's Irv Smith Hype Train, and there's the open bar. I mean, come on, man. I mean, there's levels to this swag. That's all I'm saying. There's levels.
Mm-hmm. Onion who, get up out of here with them layers. Come on. J mute check. All right. Yeah. Let's get to the guests then. We've got a few rookies. We don't say rook on this show. Rookies, indeed. Shoot, where we start? We'll start with the dude that bodied me straight out the gate. Mike, with the so I feel, hold on. Let's talk about the handle real quick, because I love it, first of all, but it reminds me of that meme whenever they say like you're being sarcastic, like, oh, but yards created don't matter or whatever, and you say that on Twitter, and then
Mic me up.
me up. Like, is that part of the brand? Well, first, hold on, sorry. Welcome to the show, dude. Nice to have you. All that good stuff, whatever. But tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Happy to hop on here. Glad you guys had me as a guest, and happy to be on with these this panel here of studs. And if you follow me on Twitter at all, my goal on Twitter when I send out a tweet is I don't want people to know if I'm being sarcastic or not. So that's just kind of my brand, and that's kind of in my handle. And when I couldn't get Mike Me Up with 1P because some I don't know, some dude that obviously isn't as sarcastic as me decided to jack that before I could hop on the Twitter and spit the fire. I had to just go with the Mike Up with 2Ps and just let it roll, man. That's what I've been doing since I hopped on.
Yeah, you didn't think of that, J Mike, did you? J Mike Me Up.
I did not. Missed opportunity.
Yeah, he basically bodied you without you even knowing. You got checked. You got J Mike checked. Yeah. Hey, well, I might need to learn from you because we talked about that on the show a week or so ago at some point in 2021 during the takeover, that you never really know just with the dead tone I think that I have. I need to work with that. But I see that with you in the way that you emulate your voice. So I don't know. Maybe we should start a pod about it, how to be sarcastic on Twitter.
Yeah, I think that would get some views, man. That would get some clicks. So. We got to work with some nice clickbaity titles in there, and then get the people in there, and we'll be good to go. It's
all about the what do you call it on YouTube? The thumbnail. It's all about the thumbnail.
Yeah. All about the thumbnail.
All right. Next up, we'll go mic to mic. Let's get it. D-Bro, Dave, we're gonna have to change y'all's names in a minute. Mine too. But we got another Mike. Okay, he's a daddy for now. We might turn him into a zaddy tonight. All right, we might get zaddy squared up in here. Also a rookie to the show. I'm a little offended that you said that you were like surprised that you were like getting invited onto the show and like, oh my God. And, in our DM conversation, so kind. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, this was a long time coming. This is your time. It's 2021. All right. It's open bar season. Not only that, it's daddy season. All right. So, welcome to the show, dude. Nice to meet you. What's good?
Oh man, what's good? I am sore because like Dave didn't send out the show sheet in time. So what I started doing is I started watching Fleets and I saw what Mike was doing. So I ripped off like 40 push-ups right before the show for a few reasons. I wanted to look a little more jacked because the belly sticks out. So I wanted the chest to be a little swollen, right? I didn't want to get shown up. Also because the man next to me was talking so much shit on Twitter. I wanted to make sure I was ready in case this got physical. We went at it on Sunday. I mean, there were people calling me asking if there was going to be bloodshed. So I prepped for it. And to be honest, like at my age, man, I am sore as hell. So I'm drinking not because it's open bar, but because literally I'm just trying to get the aspirin to kick in quicker before I start crying because I'm in misery right now, my man.
I know exactly what you mean. I'm still hurting from when I shook a cocktail before the show like 2 weeks ago, and my calves, my hamstrings, like a new part of my leg starts to hurt that I didn't know existed.
Oh, when you do something different, right? Like all of a sudden you feel something you didn't know actually happened. I got muscles on the inside of my thighs I didn't know because I tried to tie my shoelaces last week. And, still trying to get that rubbed out a little bit. And it looks weird because people see me doing this on live TV. It's my leg, guys. It's my leg. I don't hang that low, but it still hurts. You know what I mean? So, yeah it's, new things like trying to touch my toes. They hurt for a while. So
loop, swoop, and pull. I swear that's it.
So many parts of that sentence that just, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought we were not in a safe space. I thought this was the nest.
Oh, no, it's a safe space.
Okay,
I'm just going to make a comment on it. Like, it's got to get mentioned.
That's fair.
I give it about 20 minutes before somebody's got that little clip just sliced out and shared all over Twitter.
Yeah, man, I might be up late tonight.
Man, I went to tie my shoe like you normally doing Velcros or something.
I got them pre-tied, my man. They are tucked. I got the little knots on the eye holes, so I don't have to bend over anymore. Because look what happens, right? I try to tie them once, and I'm in agony for like a month.
I mean, pick your moment, man. No, I'm not doing anything. I promise. I'm just trying to rub it out. I mean, no, wait. I'm talking. I mean. Oh man.
It's done. It's done. All right, D bro. So you're so happy, to bend over and tie Mike's shoes. All right. Why don't you sit there and tie your own, my guy? Welcome back to the show. Let's step away from the rookies for a moment. We talked about jackets last week as far as, people returning to the show. Where are we at with you? Have we sent you that jacket yet? Is that come in the mail?
Is there a hoodie that's supposed to be on the way to me? Is there a jacket? Is there a button up? Is there like some kind of like poncho? I have not received this poncho in the mail yet.
Yeah, whatever color it is. What is it for the Hall of Fame jacket? I don't know. There's layers to it, right?
Yeah, I want the
green,
gold. I want the gold.
You want the gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
FF poncho. That's what I want.
Welcome back though, man. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for coming on short notice, by the way. The true hero, right? I told you, you're a lifesaver.
Oh shoot, man! I've been bugging you for like 3 weeks trying to get back in here and sit here and talk football with y'all.
Yeah,
I'm glad you just let me in the door, man. So no, I'm happy about this. It's been a minute. It's been some time. I mean, shoot, I got the drink poured. I got the vibes. Actually, I got the candle lit over here in the corner. It's time to go.
What whiskey? I'm assuming that's kind of your vibe. What do you got?
Yeah. Basil Hayden tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I think we're J Mike. We don't usually we don't necessarily promote it, right? But sure, it's open and it's a bar, whatever. But I've kind of gone through the guests so far, and I think we're lighting it up here. FF Sommelier, Mike. What do you got down there? Sorry, that's Lou. Excuse me. Yeah, we got to differentiate.
Chardonnay.
Oh, come on! I got
Chardonnay.
I got chartreuse in mine. We're the Sharp brothers, baby. Come on.
It's a great one. Let's tag down a pod name and a domain with that right now, just in case some of those creeps out there are trying to skip the internet for that domain. We got to lock it down.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's 2 tonight. J Mike, hope you're writing these down. And Mike Daddy, what are you drinking? What are you drinking?
I got a little Lawson's space in between ale, so not too much. I was going to go with the whiskey like D Brown, but I've been drinking that a little too heavy, and honestly, I don't have the $17 to replace the bottle right now, so we're going beer for the night.
I see what you did with the science, though. You said space between, and you were talking about tying your shoes, the space between. I see what you did, man. You really came to the show.
It's not my first podcast. I like to have a thread running through it. So yeah, we try to bring it all. We'll come full circle, and eventually I'll be rubbing my inner thigh by the end of the show, and we'll be right back where we started.
And Dave.
How's it going, Gabe?
Good to have you on, dude. First timer. But ain't nothing new to the pod game. You've been circulating. And that's why you're here. I said, look at this dude. This dude is nice. He tracks his followers. All right. He must know what he's doing. All right. So Dave, welcome to the show, dude. All jokes, all love.
There's 2 types of people. There's people that track their followers and filthy liars. All right.
How's it going, man? How's it going? How's the follower count? How we doing?
We're up a few today. Last I checked, I haven't done anything stupid as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, you came here, so
I did.
Yeah, I want the Always Sunny GIF tomorrow. For I went on open bar last night, and I want you to throw something out because I know there'd be something relatable for Always Sunny with that.
There always is. I mean, when the show's been on for 17 seasons now or something like that. I mean, it's a gold mine. I'm glad I was able to bring a little bit of exposure to it because it is criminally underrated. We need a lot more Always Sunny on Twitter.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, back to J Mike, what he was saying, open bar, Always Sunny. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? Dave, you know what to do. Dave,
what do I do?
You say the open bar. That's the choice.
Oh yeah, the open bar, obviously.
100 times.
100%.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Good job, Dave. It was right in the show sheet actually, that you wrote. So, good to have all of you, man. Wow. What a great intro. We did it. 15 minutes. I think that's about it. We can wrap up the show now. Outros are the second best part of this show. So, I think we could probably do a draft. J Mike, we can just like talk about our favorite player and then compare it to either your left or right butt cheek or both. Unless you got something else that we can do for the next hour and a half or so. What do you think? What's on your mind?
I mean, I would just love for us to get straight to the inner thigh comps.
Yeah.
I think that would be absolute gold, but maybe that's more of an entree. We got to ease into it. Don't just go straight for the inner thigh. Like that's personal. Anywho, I feel like the only natural thing to start the show is, and we'll take a sidestep real quick from Bougie Kluge's show, and we'll jump into what our Pulp Premium patrons were able to see in the pre-show. And what you noticed, and this is kind of a free preview for everyone, is that a guilty conscience speaks louder than words. That's something that we learned. We learned that in the pre-show. A guilty conscience speaks louder than words. And so when you ask an innocent question, and it can be any random question, like anything random, like think of the most random question that you can think of. Like, I've got one. Do you ever wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and think, man, I've got to make a trade today? Like something super random like that. And then all of a sudden somebody jumps in their feelings. You know that their guilty conscience is crying out. Oh no, don't you run from this, love. The guilty conscience is crying out to be heard. So that was the question. Oh, excuse me. That was just a random question that came up. And our own D-Bro, like 15-time guest here on the Open Bar, friend of the pod, friend of ours, do life together, all the good stuff. My man D-Bro had the audacity, the nerve, the Stephen A. Smith unmitigated gall to have the nerve to up and get an attitude when I said that. Now, D-Bro, real quick, if you'd like to explain to the hundreds of thousands of listeners and folks who view the Open Bar live, why did you get so in your feelings when I asked that question?
I felt like I was being set up.
I mean, but elaborate. Why, with such an innocent question, do you feel as though you are being set up? I'm just curious.
Because J Mike's trying to sell me all these expensive quarterbacks in Dynasty, and I don't want it. That's real talk. That's real talk.
So,
oh man,
funny story, everyone. D-Bro,
you're about to get an offer for Drew Lock in my left butt cheek in your inbox.
There you go.
I mean, come on, let's talk about it. I mean, dude,
let's talk about
dude it. Dude has got Kyler, Justin Herbert, and Lamar Jackson on his squad. He's like, hey, say anybody want a quarterback? And I'm like, I do, but I don't. I mean, I got Jalen Hurts, so I'm kind of good. So, you know.
But you're kind of not.
I got Hurts. I mean, you know, I don't have all those high-priced options, but I got Hurts, I got Baker, and I got the very unsexy but productive Kirk Cousins. So, you know, I mean, it's not the prettiest room, but, you know, you don't have to be the prettiest one in the room to put out.
Unless you just want to win the championship, then you kind of need the prettiest quarterback room. And would you look at that? Huh? All right. But for real though, this is what I want to ask everyone as we clown. But honestly, when you're in a position, your team and we talked about this pre-show. Michael talked about paying up to get the tight end. Superflex league specifically. Are you all because I feel like one of the things that I noticed was it last week, a couple weeks ago, I was in a mock and found that in the very first round of this Superflex mock, and I had never seen it before, 11 out of the 12 spots, DLF mock, went to quarterback. 11 of the 12. The only person I believe that did not get, the only team that did not take quarterback, I think took CMC, and it was like late in the round, like somewhere in like the 9 to 12 range, 9 to 11 range. That said, I feel like there's this growing concern that people are needing, thirsting, begging, ain't too proud to beg for QB. With that said, are you guys in the camp that instead of having just a couple guys to get me through, that I've got to get me one of these top guys to push through with Superflex? I'm curious if that's the thing, because we were all late quarterback. We were all kind of wait. We were all, hey, let me just get by and stack up everywhere else. It don't seem like that's the case anymore. I'm curious, what's the tone of that with you all? You all are plugged in. Y'all are highliners, I should say.
Just so I get this right, J Mike, in the first round, 11 quarterbacks went.
Bro, check my timeline. I sent the picture. I'll look it up. But yes, no doubt. Yes.
I just saw the same exact thing in the startup.
Wow, man.
I just saw the same exact thing. It was McCaffrey. McCaffrey dropped to 109, and he was the only running back to go in the first round.
Am I crazy to think that's insane? Like,
it's the fear, man. Everyone's scared. People don't want to be stuck with Baker and
how fast does the quarterback landscape, even the quarterback landscape, change? Like,
I feel like there's got to be something to be said for going contrarian and just waiting on quarterbacks and just if you can get McCaffrey at the end of the first and Saquon at the top of the second, that's got to be a good way to build a team, right?
But we could roll it out here, like QB 10, QB 11. How great are you feeling about those guys? I haven't reshuffled my dynasty ranks for rookies in a minute. So after I get to this rookie class, I'm going to. But that's I don't know, at the 111. Getting the 11th quarterback off the board and just chasing, that feels like too much, man.
I think it's a psychological aspect too, because you're sitting there and you know that if you don't get that quarterback, you got to wait till it goes all the way back, snakes all the way back around, and you might not get any quarterback if that run keeps going. So it's it's scary when you're sitting there at the end. Yeah,
straight up. I think here's my view on quarterbacks this year, and I think I've held this view coming out of the season. As a community, as a dynasty community, I think the masses are very reactionary, right? And what we saw was a record-setting quarterback year because we had a shortened season. There's no training camp. And when that happens, defenses falter because offenses lead the way, and defenses just they have to catch up, right? So I think what we're seeing now is a bit of an overreaction to be wow, quarterbacks scored how many points last year? I'd like, if we have an actual real season, a full season, I think we're going to come back down to earth. So personally, I'm in the camp where, hey, if someone's willing to pay me for one of these super top end quarterbacks, I'm willing to trade it away in the leagues I do have them. And if I'm in a startup draft and I can get CMC anywhere outside of the top 5, anywhere outside of the top 3, anywhere outside of the top 2, that's going to be an instant click for myself personally. But also, I'm just more comfortable taking later QBs. I've always been comfortable taking later QBs. I've been comfortable, grabbing the Lamar Jacksons, the Dak Prescotts in the 3rd, 4th round of startups, before they blow up and become the thing. And I think as a community, we're definitely getting smarter, right? Everyone knows what Konami is now, thanks to Lord Reeves. So people know what to target. So Jalen Hurts is obviously going to be, a popular target. But still, at the end of the day, if you look at our history, we suck at projecting which quarterbacks finish where by season's end. We're good at projecting quarterbacks on a weekly basis, but on a seasonal basis, we're awful. So just because 11 quarterbacks went off in the first round, I'm betting half of them don't even finish in the top 12. So just on that alone, I would never chase a quarterback that fast or that late.
I can't do it either. Give me some of the unsexy names that have 2 years certainty in their contracts. I'm fine with that. I'm at 111 and 10 quarterbacks came off the board or what have you. I'm not chasing that. There's no way.
So my last Superflex startup last year, I did the same thing I always do. I ended up going probably 6th round. I got Baker and Teddy, which doesn't sound sexy at all. But then what I did as things got later, about the 12th round, I just ran the gauntlet of the young quarterbacks. I went Herbert, Jalen Hurts. And granted, there were some bombs there too. I mean, I have Easton on my team who ain't going to do anything probably his whole career. But that's how I'm taking my shots, right? And what it landed me was a wide receiver room of Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, and DJ Moore. And I'm feeling damn good about that. And that's kind of, to me, what it comes down to, I think, is honestly that people confuse Superflex leagues with 2 quarterback leagues. And you don't actually have to play 2 quarterbacks. So this desire to have this stable of 3 quarterbacks never made a hell of a lot of sense to me. If the opportunity arises, sure. But realistically, when you're looking at the quarterbacks that I feel comfortable with, there's probably 8 I'd be looking at in the first round. But dang, you get down to like the 3rd or 4th round, I'm more than comfortable with Matt Stafford being my QB1 and then rolling out a Kirk Cousins and Derek Carr if I have that stacked skill position roster. There's so many ways to win. The way not to win is to be the caboose on the train. When someone starts a run, you're the last person on that. You just lost. I mean, that's just plain and simple. You decided that you wanted to reach for a Joe Burrow because everybody's taking quarterbacks in the first round, or a Baker Mayfield in the second just because you're scared. You just failed. What you want is everyone to fire their bullets, and then you're the one sitting there going, I'll just grab everything that's left, and one of these guys will shake out, while all of a sudden you're worried about who you're starting to running back week to week because, your best skill position player is Josh Jacobs, and now all of a sudden your roster is trash, right? Like, that's how it plays out. Mm-hmm. So if you have the backbone to say, I'm not going to go with the psychological run, I'm going to zig while you zag, you stack your team, I guarantee you there'll still be 2 quarterbacks sitting there for you in the 5th and 6th round. That'll be damn pretty enough, Derek. Like you said, your quarterback room is pretty enough to get you by if that roster's stacked. You don't need to start Mahomes and Trevor Lawrence. Like you just don't need that to win. There's a million ways to win. So to me, it's all about opportunity. Sure, I'm not going to pass Mahomes at the beginning of the draft. I'm not going to pass up on Lamar Jackson at the end of the first, but I'm not going to stretch for an unproven quarterback over Christian McCaffrey. That's just a losing scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. The other thing about it is it's not insane to walk out of like a super flex draft with only 2 quarterbacks. I looked at it, it was last year when I started at FTN, like over the last 5 or 6 seasons on average, it was somewhere in the mid-30s to maybe it was like 40 quarterbacks on average make 5 or more starts in the NFL season. And so there are injuries and stuff like that. Like, you can pick up guys in the middle of the season. I mean, we're talking about Jalen Hurts. Like, every single year, there's injuries. It might not sound like it any single season when we walk into the NFL season, but it does happen every single year. It bears out over time that there are about 30-something quarterbacks. Like, I think it was 45 quarterbacks, I want to say, and I'd have to go back and pull it up. But, like, 45 quarterbacks, so you're looking at, like, there's 12 or 13 guys sitting out there possibly on the waiver wire or at the bottom of your benches that are going to make 5 or more starts. So, I mean, if you're piecing together that third quarterback, I mean, it's possible in Superflex. So it's not even crazy to say you wait and then you walk out of it with a stacked roster and you only got 2 quarterbacks on your team.
I think that, and even Jake Anderson, what up, the executive producer himself of the Open Bar, he was making comments, just saying, hey, I'm okay with 2, and he's kind of co-signing what you're going with, D-Bro. And I'm just curious, like, what's the line though? So I understand the argument, and I understand what you all laid out in terms of, hey, if you're the caboose of this train of quarterbacks and you're taking the likes of Joe Burrow or Matthew Stafford or someone like that over.
Hold up, J-Mike. Quick question. How many decades back did we have to reach to grab that caboose word to be used on this podcast? Because that's the first time I've heard that word in a long, long time.
Butt cheeks. You're talking butt cheeks, J-Mike. You don't want to be the last on the butt cheek.
Okay, cool. I can. That's a great question. I don't. You know what? Mike and I are a couple of old heads, but I didn't think we was that much of old heads.
I thought people still said that, J. Mike. I don't know. Is that not on fleek anymore? I don't know how the words
work. I just learned about caboose when I was learning the Cupid Shuffle the other day. I'm just trying to figure out why I can't keep up. why I can't keep up. But I guess I'm just curious because in Superflex, because I think that there is this growing need for quarterback, and I understand you all are leaning into that strategy of leaning in being okay with not having the top guys. I'm just curious where you all draw the line. I've got the first round pulled up because this was our March 2021 Superflex ADP. So obviously Mahomes. Just tell me when you're no longer okay taking the quarterback in the first round. All right. This is how it shook out. Mahomes, Josh Allen went number 2. Kyler went number 3. Anybody uncomfortable yet? Everybody okay? All right. Okay. Deshaun Watson, number 4. Yeah. Is he playing in Houston? Is he not? Well,
don't care.
Okay, nobody's biting.
Disrespectful to Deshaun Watson right there.
He's 3. I was about to be a little mad, but we can go.
Okay. All right.
we got a pod to do, J Mike. Go ahead.
Excuse me. Don't give me no gun, man. Lamar Jackson.
The doll.
The doll. Lamar Jackson, number 5. Justin Herbert, all the way to QB6. By nervous. Oh, okay.
I'm wondering why no one took Dak yet.
Yeah, that's the name I'm looking for.
There's a couple names in front of Dak that I'm shocked about, but I'm not. Yeah. I'm not gonna knock people's swag if they want to do this. Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't be taking Russell Wilson.
I wouldn't take Russell.
Okay.
Yeah. I would take him further down. Like if I was looking at like 111, 112. Definitely not this high though.
Yeah.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers was next at QB8. Spot
number
8.
No,
that's a
no way in
insanity.
Hell.
Insanity.
There's no way in hell. No.
What are we looking at here, J Mike? What are you doing? What is this? Is this our website?
This is our website. DynastyLeagueFootball.com.
Okay.
Our I'm not even going to get with it. I'm being so serious. So yes, this is one of the mocks.
The Mikes and Dave are like, what?
Yeah, they're like, wait, seriously? No. And next up, before we got Christian McCaffrey at number 10 overall, was Dak at spot number 9. So I think that if you get Dak at number 9 overall, like you're probably getting
that's robbery.
That feels really good. And obviously it's pre $160 million man, but still, like I just feel like that's crazy. So yeah. So then after that, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow. That was the first round. So you all were saying, hey, we're okay with Dak. So that is 7 quarterbacks. If we boot Rodgers and we boot Wilson, that's 7 quarterbacks and then CMC. So at that point, you're good. And then you're good to so in the back end of first rounds, if everyone's chasing quarterbacks, you guys are good pivoting elsewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have taken CMC long before that personally, but that's just me.
I think it's not so much about what quarterbacks left on the board, but what positional players, and that's the game I'm playing.
I think the only other two guys. Go ahead.
No,
I think the only other. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think the only other 2 guys you can kind of make an argument for would be Burrow or Lawrence. But I mean, I wouldn't personally do it, but I think that it's like 7 to 9 that you can kind of make the argument for.
Yeah, but I mean, we could all be wrong, and Fields could be the real QB1 after 2 or 3 seasons out of this class. I mean, it's possible. You get him, a round or 2 later? Yeah, I still wouldn't even do it.
Yeah, no, I think.
I think the upside there is with the longevity. If Burrow does pan out, you're getting 10 years of a quarterback. Where McCaffrey, you're getting another, 3 years or so. I think that's the only way you can really kind of justify it would be the longevity.
Here's a hot take. I think longevity in Dynasty is the most overrated thing.
Yes!
Thank you.
Damn it, Mike. I was just going to say it. I was like, why do I give a shit about somebody being in the league for 10 years when my Dynasty league folds in 3? Like, why do I care?
I got very magnanimous. I play till death. Every I'm in till death.
Even if the other 11 leave, Dave is still in.
It's just Dave.
My mama didn't raise no quitter.
It's just Dave and the 11 burners that he unfollowed himself on.
Clugie's like, fine, I just own all 12 teams. All 12 teams are mine. I mean, how can you lose if you own the whole league, baby?
Yeah. I'm undefeated in all 6 leagues.
Woo!
Man, that is my
72 dynasty squads to sit here and manage, man. That's a beast.
That's fun.
Whew.
That is my fight though with everybody I talk to when they're like, "How do you have Adams and Tyreek Hill at the top of your wide receiver rankings?" I'm like, they're going to last longer than you and your dynasty rankings and your girlfriend while we're keeping stats here. So why don't you just chill for like 30 seconds because they're good enough. They're going to make it 6
just
years.
Brought it. Cool,
you know it's true though. You know it's true. You and your friends are going to have some kind of fight over some trade that some jerk tried to veto. Y'all going to go your separate ways after 4 years, and Tyreek Hill is still going to be a wide receiver 1 in that time frame. So
play to win, man. Play in a 1 maybe 2 year window. That's it, man. Like
keep it rolling.
And he gets up and his shoes are tied.
Yep. Still got a pulled hamstring.
I mean, seriously, them thighs. You got to watch them thighs, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm no AJ Dillon, but I'm still got to work on those things.
Oh man, this is becoming an AJ Dillon pod quickly, J Mike, in this offseason.
I was thinking CEH quads,
every week.
Y'all not trying to get those Devonta Smith quads? You guys not down for that?
I think I already have those.
The calves.
I'll put those in a frame right next to Justin Jefferson's quads, right next to him.
Man, so y'all like 7 QBs, and then you just hate QBs for the rest of the draft, right?
Forever.
That's kind of the general consensus. But okay, so then at what point? Where's the other line? Where's the start of the other line? And I know that you should never go into a draft and be like, this is the way, these top 7 QBs, and that's the only way. And then when I get to the other line of the QBs, this is the only way. Like you draft with however your league is drafting, whatever. I get that, but just for the sake of conversation here. It's a podcast, right? The line, the other end of the line, is it a round thing? Is it a value thing? Is it a player thing? Is it a rank thing?
It's a start thing. There's now a glut of like maybe 7 quarterbacks in that next group. And what I'm trying to do is not be the beginning, but not be the end. So I'm going to keep stacking up until the next person jumps at QB, because you're talking about a line from like Baker Mayfield to a Stafford down to even Jalen Hurts, who we've been talking about, that I'm more than comfortable with at quarterback. And then you have that third glut of the Derek Carrs, the Cousins, that safe space where is a good enough quarterback too. So I'm going to push the gas as hard as I can and hope to not get caught. What I'm looking to do is I'm looking to be, at that point, if I don't have one of those top 7, I'm looking to be arguably the last person that has his QB1, but not when people are already taking QB2s. That's kind of my safe range right there. So I'm going to keep pushing depending on where I am until I feel like I'm going to lose out on that group, until I start seeing the Staffords and the Hurtses fly off the board. That's about where I'm going. But, again, if I have a stacked room, I'm more than comfortable with Baker or Stafford being my QB1. Once I see that run, that's when I'm kind of jumping in.
I think it's all about tiers, man, and depending on how the draft's falling and stuff like that. Like if I can build a lot more equity, like stack up my wide receivers or positional players, I mean, the league doesn't stop after the damn startup. Like I could sit here and build up a lot of freaking equity at one position and then just trade from it. So that's fine. Like, if the quarterbacks are all flying off the board in the damn startup and I gobble up a bunch of one position, or like we're talking about tight ends, if I gobble up like 2 like elite tight ends and we're in tight end premium, whatever, man. Like, I'm willing and totally fine to just veer. And if it's the end of a tier, maybe I grab 1 quarterback. Like, I'll walk out of a freaking startup with 2 quarterbacks. One's good, one's trash. It doesn't matter. Like, I can trade after it. It's fine. Like it depends on tiers and who's the last guy in that end of that tier for me. Like, is it the last guy that I think that is near elite, or he's a guy that I feel good for the next 2 years? And okay, do I pick him or do I go positional and stuff like that? That's I don't know. That's how I look at it, depending on how the draft goes.
So at this point, D-Bro, what you're saying is, after all that talk about you feeling like you needed a quarterback, I'm sorry. Hypothetically,
my position was not paying up for the quarterbacks.
I didn't.
Okay?
I didn't.
Thank you,
that.
sir.
I didn't mean that. Hypothetically, of course. If you were to try to pay up at quarterback, and let's say that you wanted one of the top 5-ish quarterbacks, a Herbert, a Kyler, a Lamar, right, to really try to put your team over the top. What are you willing to pay? Because I mean, a man would kill for a counter. I mean, hypothetically.
Now I feel like I know why I was pulled into this podcast this week. Now I got it.
This is the beautiful part, D, bro. You set this up. I literally had no thoughts of you when I brought that up. You walked into that. Trap, sealed, delivered. You are mine. Get over here.
Oh, man.
I'm just curious.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's hard for me to pay up for quarterbacks. The whole thing about it is, like, can you acquire the unsexy name and get top 12 production at a lower price? I mean, and I'm fine with that. If I'm stacked at other positions, I'm totally okay with that. Like, it depends on, I mean, in every single league, like, where that is and how your roster stands up. In the league we are referencing, I'm more rebuild, so paying up for some of these quarterbacks doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me, depending on how it goes. I mean, I don't know.
Let's be honest, and I do want to shout you out real quick, D-Bro. And again, everyone is not in this league with us, so I know that you were enamored with us talking about and clowning about this league that none of you all are in besides.
And nobody cares but you and me right now.
Other people, right?
Another week of J Mike putting his players onto the show to try to make trades happen.
Listen,
is he going to the way back? Are we talking about Carson Wentz and CMC? Are we going all the way back to that, or we're not going there?
Those were times, right?
I mean, that's old school. That's going way back to the Carson Wentz love.
I do want to shout out D-Bro though, because in this league that he's currently talking about rebuilding in, listen to this guy. This is his wide receiver room. Chris Godwin, Kenny Golladay, Terry McLaurin, DJ Moore, Michael Pittman.
You know that guy. You know lastly, that guy.
Calvin Ridley on his rebuild. Anyway.
I mean, I didn't hear a name that was over the age of 25 right there. Those are all young guys. So if you're rebuilding, that's the squad you want, right?
I drafted a lot of like high upside guys. I figured if that squad, when I walked into that startup, I was either going to be ripping it apart after the first season, or I was going to love it if all those picks hit. I was like, man, you know what? I'm just going to go high upside. I'm going to go with my guys. I was like, this is either going to go great or it's going to crash and burn. We're going to find out what process looks like with this one.
And it kind of crashed and burned, and now this is the whole Phoenix rising. This is the vote for Pedro. Rising. Let's go up here. Napoleon Dynamite. No, but
I will have to say I don't have to worry about trading for Jalen Hurts in that league because I drafted him, baby.
Because you got him. You did. That's. I'm so glad you brought that up, D-Bro. I love poking you about that every now and again. Like, hey, here's a trade. You gonna pay all the way up, buddy? Anyway, what else is tickling y'all's fancy of late? Because literally the QB discussion has really been one that's taken up a lot of my mind of late. Between Miles Sanders and QBs, those have been the things that I've had my mind on a lot lately in Dynasty. What else is tickling y'all's fancy of late?
So something I've been noticing in every startup that I've done so far, every mock that I've done, is that you can get veteran running backs right now for pennies. So that's why I've been passing on some of those guys earlier, because I mean, you can wait till the 15th, 16th round and get some guys right now that, I get it. If we're only talking, the next couple of years, like you guys are saying, you guys all bail after your dynasty leagues in 2 years. I mean, go out and get you a Zeke Elliott in the third round, or a Joe Mixon in the fourth round. Shit, I just got David Johnson in the 16th round the other day. So I'm loving the value of veteran running backs right now. So I'm getting those young guys in the early rounds, and then I'm waiting until the 10th, 11th, 12th round to get my running backs.
Cluj, I feel like that was just a Rashad Penny reference. Like that's all you basically did in that whole spiel.
Oh, I love Rashad Penny too. I've been getting him in just about every league.
Oh,
veteran.
No.
Rashad Penny, the veteran.
Is there a games played requirement for veteran, or is it simply years of service?
I think it's more years of service. Do you qualify for?
I think it's just off the rookie contract.
Do you qualify for the insurance yet or not? I mean, are you off your parents' insurance? Okay, you're on the NFL's. All right, cool. Well, you're veteran now.
We can dig that. Dave, I love that you bring that up, and I'm curious. Someone asked the other day on Twitter about Todd Gurley's value. Like, hey, where's he?
All right, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. We're not talking Todd Gurley. Right? You're putting words in my mouth here.
Dave was trying to take home
that
5, and you just threw him a 2.5.
That's the butt cheek right there, man. Oh,
Man, Kluge was on drink number 3, and he was saying
that's not even the left. That's the right.
So what round is Brian Hill going in? So we know to wait 3 more rounds for Gurley.
Nah, Smith's the guy.
Yeah, I'll take whatever. At this point. Todd Gurley.
I think I'd take Adrian Peterson in a startup before I'd take Todd Gurley.
Sounds about right.
Dang.
That's brutal.
And that is how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah. Mark Ingram? How about Mark Ingram?
No.
Let's find the veteran that you
Find the veteran.
Where do we draw the line?
Find the veteran. Where does that chalk line drawn?
Where's the line?
David Johnson's the line.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're not interested in Le'Veon Bell, Latavius. I think he actually counts as a veteran. James White.
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay. Oh, what about Philip Lindsay?
Philip Lindsay, yeah.
I go Lindsay over Gurley.
Yeah, I don't mind Lindsay.
He'll get retained. Yeah.
The veteran running back carousel. That's
yeah.
Fun. Is Doug Martin still on that list, Gabe?
I think if we will him back.
You guys laugh all you want. I stopped drafting
on
LeGarrette Blount like a year and a half ago. I was LeGarrette Blount trained non-stop for like 6 straight years.
Yes. Yeah. That's going to be Latavius.
Oh, yeah. Somehow he'll sneak in for 6 touchdowns.
Latavius going to live. He's going to be that perennial RB2 no matter where. Oh, man. Running backs, huh? Vet running backs. So the Zeke's fallen to the 3rd these days, huh?
Maybe not anymore. I'd probably expect him to go up a bit now that Dak signed and all that stuff is kind of figured out. There was a period of there that you get him for like the 3rd, and you get Michael Thomas in the 4th. Like a lot of veteran guys that are falling right now. It's crazy.
Joe Mixon dropping to like the 5th and 6th. There's
Joe Mixon falling down.
Crazy guys that are falling right now that I just
Speaking of running backs,
everywhere.
Speaking of running backs, I'll tell you guys a story. This might, keep it in your pants because this might get you guys a little excited. But so I was sitting there, right, doing my thing, just work, on a work call, hop off the work call. I was in some discussion about some trades in one of the leagues. I'm actually in with DF Bean Counter. I don't know if you guys know him, but so we're in this league together, and it's just one of those days, man. I'm sitting there, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling nice. I just did some push-ups like Mike did. I didn't come out with as much pain as he did, but did some push-ups, felt good, feeling confident about myself. And I pop open MFL. I'm like, hey, let me take a spinaroo through this little thing here and see if I got some stuff to look at. And what do you know? Someone sends me an offer, unsolicited. Never talked to him. Not never, but I haven't talked to him all season. And fires in my inbox. And this is a Devy league. So it's like depleted, I guess, but like there's still a bunch of studs in the first round, if you guys know what you're doing. And he sends me the 1.11 in a double copy. So that's kind of like the 1.05, 1.06 for Damian Harris. And I've never accepted a trade faster before in my entire life. I don't know where it came from. My
head would have been spinning.
Yeah, I would imagine that he sent the same trade offer to the other person that had the other copy. And thankfully, I got off work call at that moment and was able to click accept. But I mean, I know there's some people out there that are really big on Damian Harris. I mean, I used to be big on Patriots running backs back when Brady was in his heyday and they were scoring a lot. But nowadays, like, I don't get it. Do you guys have any like insight into like? I just like since then I was like, what does this guy know that I don't know? I'm like, I feel like maybe I'm missing something where this guy, they came out and said, hey, Damian Harris is the offense. We're cutting everyone else on the team. We're feeding him 400 times a season. But I don't. Anyone know what's going on with Damian Harris? Like, what's going on? What would have caused someone to be this generous? Like, I don't know. I'm not that nice of a guy, so it can't be something that I did. But maybe just something in the universe. One of those pay it forward things, maybe someone gave him a car and he's like, hey, let me give Mike at this free first round pick. But
so I got to ask you real fast first. Did you do what I do when you get a really good trade offer and you accept it? Did you get out of MFL, go right back in real fast, check the transactions, and make sure it went through? Like I will hardcore do that if I get a good trade offer. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, it's real, it's real. Woo!
Yeah, I definitely did. I had to check a couple times because I'm like, wait, this guy. At first, I was like, this guy wants my first for Damian Harris. Get the fuck out of here. And then I realized I didn't have a first in that range. So I'm like, holy shit, he's giving me his first for my Damian Harris. And okay, I'm good to go. So I just click the accept. Then I go to the transactions. I double check name, and then I go to my email. It's like a trade has been completed. Bang, bang, and I'm like, boom.
Because you just don't even believe it, man. I do it. I swear, it's happened. It's a real thing.
So here's the problem, right? Because we're all on Twitter,
crazy.
And you'll see me tweeting out like Damian Harris is a buy this year, and I think he is. I think Damian Harris is going to be better than people expect. That's not buying low. That is paying up for his ceiling plus anything that the Patriots are going to do on offense in general. Realistically, that type of value I would expect you to get the whole team back. So I like Harris. As a Patriots fan, I do think that they're going to run with him. I think that he is their style of running back. And I think he's going to get some play as a running back 2, a low-end running back 2 who's going in the 3-4, running back 3-4 range. Now, 105 is way too much. But would I give up? I would say in picks, 208 and below is about where I'd be looking at even money at 208 and then drop down from there where I think I'm getting a buy if I get him for a third-round pick. That's how I feel about him, and I'm probably higher on him than anybody. So that'll tell you that's about as good as you should expect for a plotter. But I mean, realistically, I don't think there's a huge drop off. We might as well let's shake some trees here. Everybody's paying up for a trash running back like Josh Jacobs. I mean, Damian Harris is in the same kind of category as him. A plodder who's got a low ceiling and he can't catch the ball worth the damn. Why not, right? So, I mean, that's kind of where he belongs, and I wouldn't give up 105 for Josh Jacobs either because he's trash. But all of these running backs are going to end up in this glut. And I know Dave loves talking tight ends when he talks about, after that high end, you have this package of crap. That's what Damian Harris is. He's a package of crap that might fall into the end zone 1 or 2 times more than the rest of the pile of crap, and that will make him a running back too. That's about as good as I can say, and I guess that makes me a stan, Mike, because I don't know if anyone's going to say anything better than that, right? So,
yeah, it's
J-Mike?
I wouldn't touch Damian Harris.
J-Mike, you gonna let him talk about your mans like that?
Yo, I'm with Mike. I'm with Mike. The mics are sticking together here. With when it comes to being excited about Damian Harrison, or at least once upon a time being excited about Damian Harrison, the question becomes at this point with all these running backs that we've expected something from over the last several years, is what are you willing to put on the table to acquire their services? And when they have opportunities, what because at some point the rubber has to meet the road when it comes to these expectations that we have for players. And so we just saw 2 very prime examples of Mike basically saying, hey, I think he's a buy, but then other Mike saying, hey, I'm out and I'm cool with flipping to moving on to something else because now I don't see the same value in the Patriots running backs. And especially if somebody's going to drop a gem in my inbox, bring that here immediately. So I'm here for that. But with all these guys and Kluge, I'm so glad that you brought this up. Of course, Bougie Kluge bringing up value running backs, not the high end assets. Who'd have thunk it? When we're looking at these guys, there's this whole glut of guys that at some point or another had at least some semblance of value, some semblance of excitement for people, whether it be somebody on the lesser end like Damian Harris, or even someone who's been thirsty for Sony Michel or Philip Lindsay's emergence, and these guys getting away from their original teams and figuring out what's going to happen next. People are excited to be able to mine running back value wherever they can. I'm curious, there's an expiration date for all of them, right? but there's so many guys right now in this meh tier that aren't necessarily top 24 that could possibly bring top 24, and people are thirsty for that, thirsty for it. I just find it interesting. I find value running back interesting right now.
Yeah, and I feel like once you get past that top tier, you know, like the top 15 guys or so, the things that you want to look after are volume. And I think Damian Harris is going to get the volume next year. Sony Michel, he ain't it. James White, he's only coming in on passing down. So I don't think that Damian Harris is going to put up anything close to RB1 numbers. But if you're getting him in that, you know, mid-range and he's going to be getting, you know, 15 touches a game, and he's going to provide a pretty solid floor, that's kind of what you want for a guy there. So, I mean, I'm not going out and offering a first-round pick for him by any means, but I do like what he's going to offer next year.
Man. And then they go draft Kenny Gainwell in the 4th round. And he just screws everybody over. Yeah, I'd be selling those dudes if I could.
No, man, if Cam Newton's gone, that's 8 rushing touchdowns. They got to go somewhere. If Cam Newton's out of there, you know,
what
maybe
Mike got was like, I mean,
again.
basically New England just re-signed Tom Brady. Like, that's what he just got in that trade. I mean, that's awesome.
Got Trent Brown on that line now too. Damian Harris could be it next year.
Stonks. Come on, Mike.
Man.
Tell him.
Refer to behind me here.
My man's back here. You see my man's.
So I'll tell you what, I mean, plain and simple, like when you want to get into it, if you take a look at the ADP of these middling running backs, these running back twos, right? They don't go up pre-draft. So buying them now, you're literally going to end up picking up a Zach Stacy more often than you are picking up some kind of gold mine. The only running back two that really gained a ton of value from this point in the year till post-draft was Austin Eckler, and that's because there was a lot of talk about Melvin Gordon coming back to the Chargers. You don't have that. People are already jacking up the price of A.J. Dillon, thinking Aaron Jones was leaving, so you don't have those discounts anymore. So literally buying running back twos pre-draft is a losing proposition. You're picking up a ton of risk, essentially for nothing. The guy could have got Damian Harris for half of that after the draft, never mind what he paid for it. You're going to be able to get David Montgomery post-draft, what you pay for him pre-draft, without taking any kind of risk or anything like that, without having the possibility of trading for Kerryon Johnson. Now it's just not the time to be picking up these middling running backs. They're the biggest risk with the smallest reward of any positional player there is today, plain and simple. So unless you're going for the big guns, the guys you know aren't going to get replaced, that top 8 talent, you're literally betting money that has no chance to pay out. It's like betting a number on roulette. You're just being a fool at that point. So.
Or you just throw the darts of the unsexy tier below that if there's an injury, they walk into it. Like Jerick McKinnon, nobody wanted that dude. He had useful weeks this year. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of guys in that kind of tier. Like Tariq Cohen's going to be back. He's going to get targets. You know, like nobody wants a lot of the guys that are below that RB2 supposed tier that could easily are one injury away, or nobody wants them. So, you know.
I think it's so difficult to try and predict the running back that's going to get Derrick Henry touches, you know, Christian McCaffrey touches, and those guys got injured. Saquon Barkley touches, he got injured. Like that. If you're playing that game trying to predict the volume, that's a tough game. And like, it's funny that you said the top 8 again, Mike Daddy, that is. That there's these like top 8 or top 7 or whatever in every like single category, and I'm still just curious, like what gives? Where's the next line? Because it seems like we don't want all this middling crap, and then we want to eventually get something that overvalues. But then it's like, so we still all have all these picks in startups, at least in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, or y'all just want to get rid of those? Trade out of them and get the picks, the rookie picks, or trade back. I mean, I'm always a fan of trading back, of course, but it seems like it kind of sounds like we don't, or at least the conglomerate here is that those middle rounds are not favorable.
Well, we haven't got to the one position where they are, which is wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Those middle rounds are built for wide receiver. So we just haven't gotten to that. But what I'm looking for is high-end quarterback, tight end, and running back if I get my hands on them. But those middle rounds that you're talking about, those are the gold. Those are the gold for wide receivers. That's where you're getting your Kenny Galladay's. That's where you're getting your Keenan Allens. I'd much rather spend on them and then go with what Derek had talked about with getting that bottom of the barrel hope for the best running backs, because your chance of hitting on those wide receivers is so much higher. It's significantly higher hitting on those wide receivers than it is on the running backs. So if you're going to roll the dice and you talk about, like when we talk about that middling running back 18 compared to wide receiver 18, you really are comparing like a Miles Sanders, Joe Mixon to a Keenan Allen, a bankable wide receiver to a risky running back. So those mid rounds are prime for when I'm hitting receiver as hard as I can and building that team that I think is going to sustain. And then from there, to be quite honest, once someone has found out they invested too heavily in running back and they're short on wide receivers, that's when you can make that trade for that tier up running back that you didn't get a chance to draft. So that's, to me, Gabe, I don't skip those rounds. I just hammer on the one position we hadn't gotten to on this pod, which is wide open.
Hey, boys. Sorry, I gotta dip out. But thanks for having me. And it was great chatting with you guys. It was a blast. I haven't laughed that long in a long time. So, looking forward to getting back to the Twitter streets and talking shit with y'all. So, keep it easy. Appreciate you guys.
Mike, much love, brother.
Yeah, I think you just made a really good point, because the other thing that you can get the value on these wide receivers is that young guys that have draft capital behind them, they either injuries or whatever, we just hadn't seen it on the field, that can gain an equity. Like if you're paying up for some of these running backs, like you're hoping that they hold their value, that the out that you're probably not going to get is that they gain value versus the wide receivers that at that point can gain value. So, I mean, if you're looking at your roster, like your dynasty rosters year after year, I mean, I want to have some outs to like players or exposure to players that I'm not just hoping, okay, well, I hope that you don't fall off a cliff between one year or the next, or that you keep the same value that you have. I'm hoping that I have players that gain value from one year to the next. So do I walk into the next year with a surplus at a position like wide receiver? Can I trade from that? Or am I just absolutely stacked at that position walking into the next season? And some of these wide receivers, I mean, that's really where you gain the value. I mean, I think that in the later rounds, like you could do that some with tight end, depending if you get the guys that just hit or blow up, or you trade them when the Twitter hype hits, so...
I want to play a quick game.
Oh.
And you're welcome. You're welcome, Gabe.
All right,
it's
let me
low
get
impact.
The banner ready.
It's low impact. It's low impact. It's very, Gabe, this is very much in the vein of one word.
It's easy on the inner thighs. That's all I heard.
Easy on the inner thighs. You don't need those special massage guns that do the whole pulsating thing now. So this game is called First or Null. First or Null.
Okay,
yeah, First or Null. Okay, and that's how it starts, and then we'll eventually get into Second or Null. And I just want to hear, and I've got this.
Are we doing hell no, like like Nappy Roots? We're gonna do a hell no.
Y'all done up and done it. Vito, yeah, he's fun times. I miss my Kentucky boys. Anywho, so First and All, Second and All, and then we may just get crazy and maybe even do a Third or All. But I don't think that Gabe would enjoy that. He probably wouldn't let me get that far in the game. First or All. So basically, are you willing to leverage a first-round rookie pick for this running back? Right. These will be quote unquote veterans, depending upon not so much their carries, but just years of service per se. And they're not rookies anymore.
James, First or Not.
First and Not, Rashad Penny right now. Give my man his flowers right now. James Robinson, who's currently RB21 in the February ADP for DLF. James Robinson, First or Not? What would you rather have?
Are we giving up a first to get him? Like,
sure. Let's go there. Yeah,
the first.
Which side?
So I prefer James Robinson. So
yeah, we're talking super flex, right?
Yeah, sure. Yes. Always Superflex. Why not?
Give me the first. Yeah, give me the first.
Okay. Dave, you said
James
you want
Robinson.
James Robinson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Gabe?
We're Jaguars fans, right? On this podcast.
That's the way we bill ourselves.
You can say no and still be a Jags fan. Just saying.
Yeah, man.
Is that the game? Do I say first if I want the first? J Mike, right? Yeah.
Yes. First if you want the first.
Yeah, first.
Or nah, if you want.
Then I would take the player.
James Robinson.
Okay.
Yes.
First.
Look at you playing by the rules. Who is this guy?
Huh. You know, we've got listeners, J Mike. You know, not everyone can just watch the show and understand our mannerisms and get the, vibe of the game. If people are just listening, like a new app out there that is promoting listening only, then we gotta make it work for our listeners, J Mike. This is a podcast.
This guy. All right. First or no? AJ Dillon.
First.
Yeah.
Foist.
Love them quads, but it's first, man.
I was curious. We dove deep into the quads. Pause. This evening, so I wanted to make sure. We were in accordance there. Okay. What it do, baby?
Oh.
Scotty Fish was cracking.
That was a while ago, but hey, what's good, Sky? If he's still kicking it. We got who's running the show? We need who is it? Chase. He's in the background. He's in the green room putting these out there for the Colt. We got to have a Colt leader, J Mike.
So you let Clugy build the outline, but he can't run the chat. That's messed up, man.
I know. Well, look. I don't exactly trust him yet. All right. We gave him the show sheet responsibilities. What else did we do? He's tweeting for us.
I'm running your Twitter account.
You're running the Twitter account. Yeah, appreciate that. But we can't just jump right into the showing the comments thing. Dude's got burners. What if he's
wait. Back up, Bun. You are acknowledging there is a chat right there. You are acknowledging there's a chat in that.
Let me finish my thought because I'm
telling you.
No. What's happening is Dave is creating these accounts that is so-called in this feed, okay?
Listen to you.
And putting them. He's putting. No, I know. Look, I know how StreamYard works.
Backtracking.
I know where. No, I know where I know how StreamYard works. You can put the filters. You can put the banners. The or nah with J Mike. I see that, so I could see Dave just pulling up all the burners and putting these comments up, like Jake and okay. All right.
Listen, when the
shout
EP
out to the Anderson.
All right. Go ahead with your
shout out.
That was one of my favorite things that's ever happened on this podcast.
That was epic. All right. Sorry.
All love on that, by the way. Just a comical experience. That's all.
All right. Veteran running backs. Second or no? Myles Gaskin. Second or no?
No. I mean, no, wait, no. Sorry. I take the second. Excuse me.
Second. Yeah.
He's about to get replaced by Aaron Jones in like 3 days.
Gabe?
Is that all that we can get? I guess I just want to say nah because we can't get a first for Gaskin, like a late
heck
first.
no.
Super like super flex. Come on.
You probably couldn't get a high third for Gaskin right now.
I'm not giving him anything to get.
Just saying.
Y'all talking you want this volume, okay? Come on. He carried the Dolphins, dude.
Yeah.
Young flipper in the flesh.
2021.
As far as he could. Now Aaron Jones is coming to close up that job.
I don't even know.
That boy flipped
Jones,
the keys. That boy flipped the keys on his head.
It is not going to be Gaskin in 2021.
Nope.
Second or no? Leonard Fournette.
Second. I can't say second fast enough.
For what? For Fournette?
Second.
Yeah. I figured the 4 was 4.
What's this Jay-Z album? What we talking about here?
Fourth. Yeah.
I mean, sheesh.
Bars for days.
I think those are really the only other. This will be fun. Last one. Second or no, Melvin Gordon.
Gordon, no. Hell no. Hell no.
If I'm a contender, give me Gordon.
Melvin. Yeah.
If I'm a contender, I got to be wanting to win this year. I'll take Gordon.
We always wanted to win, Derek.
I do, but I gotta have the squad. I mentioned him, man. Like, I mean, if I were gonna legit, like, I'm a top 5 team in the league, like, and I could legit make a run. Yeah.
Scott, thank you. I've been outed.
Hi, I'm definitely.
Dave, I'm a little nervous about your reach in this community at this point. Like, your rise has been a little too fast, and I think the burners are really working for you.
Where'd you get that picture of Scott? Where is Scott? Are you okay?
The Cluji takeover is real, man.
You ready for the DK Bowl?
Damn.
Oh my God.
The Kluge Bowl? We don't even know what a Kluge is.
Just use your imagination.
The logo's just a big question mark.
Oh my God! I just love how you had no hesitation about it. Getting ready for the DK Bowl.
I know.
Yeah, Kevin in the chat.
This man's a murderer.
Oh, I'm dying. That's good stuff. Oh man.
Sheesh.
Kluge 2000. Oh man, that sounds like a vacuum. That is a drain cleaner, bro. Kluge 2000. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh man, well done.
Wow.
All right.
So just as a heads up, Melvin Gordon went after all those guys that I mentioned before. So I guess that's a quote unquote buying opportunity.
Yeah, quote unquote mistake. It sounds like.
I'd say second. I'd say second. Though.
RB31. Oh, you want the second?
I want the second.
You don't want Melly? Melly Gordon?
Melgo.
That's your boy. You and Damien. Yeah, look, I see him next to each other in ADP too. Melvin Gordon and Damian Harris.
Are they really? Wow.
That's me using my burners to be able to put them together.
I know. Cool. I don't know what ADP I'm looking at on our website, but at some point they were close to each other.
Me and J Mike start going on the DLF mocks, and all of a sudden Damian Harris.
Looking at J Mike ranks.
Just kind of keeps like clocking up.
I don't know, guys. I'm torn between Gibson and Damian Harris. I'm not sure which way I want to go with this.
Man, what the hell is Ronald Jones? I'm looking at these ranks. Why is Ronald Jones RB15? Yeah. What is this?
Right,
what kind of sim are we living in? What is this?
Oh, dang.
Good Lord.
You got me.
Come on.
Here's Giant.
That is amazing.
This show is so fake. It's all fabricated.
What's next on the show sheet?
It's just rehearsed on a show sheet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we did work on this all week. I'm impressed how well it's been thought out.
Some serious colors and fonts on this thing. It's impressive, man.
I know. Yeah, and Mike me up. He left right on the hour as the show sheet was described.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
a bar on the side.
34 seconds off. I saw when he signed off, it was at 60 minutes and 34 seconds, and that just threw off my whole game.
I know, but to be fair, I think he was, thrown off with the 34 seconds that in which he was owning me at the beginning of the podcast. So
he might have been thrown off the fact that, like, if y'all scroll all the way to the top on the show sheet, like Kluge put a key in this. Like there's symbols and colors and stuff. Yep. Like, I mean, damn, dude added a key into this. I feel like I'm reading a map.
It's fancy.
Oof.
Now, let me know the show sheet with emojis.
The only thing I was a little confused about is whenever you would like substitute certain like nouns or verbs, it was almost like a Mad Lib, like a Mad Kluge, that you just put your name in there as if it's like you're you're making this last name of yours into everything. You're putting it into the fish bowl. It's the Kluge bowl now.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is a Kluge? And then, it's a noun. It's a verb. You can throw it into an adverb. Like, is this a takeover?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the open bar takeover. And yet here we are, the Kluge
takeover.
You're getting Kluge. I don't like the sound of it, but
sounds like a baked good.
I don't want to get Kluge, man.
It's happening. It's happening.
Am I the only one drinking every time one of Dave's burners makes a comment? Because I'm getting hammered right now. Every time a burner shows up in the chat, I'm taking a drink. I thought that was the rules.
Yep.
Oh, so Scott's blowing up your mentions. Okay.
I'm with it.
All right,
That's
Jeff
good.
Wilson or nah?
No pick. Just Jeff Wilson.
Just Wilson or just a free spot.
It's up to you.
Is that how the game works, J Mike? I don't.
Spun that 49ers wheel of fortune on this right there. That was good. No, I'm out of names. I thought Melvin Gordon was a fun one to end on there because there's not really anything else that's super exciting after that.
Yeah,
I'm done. Do we have anything else on our show sheet before we get ready to draft and be out?
I was considering karaoke. That is on the show sheet. Do we? I know that's been planned. We've been kind of rehearsing it all week. J Mike himself is a singer. What were you, J Mike? Tenor, baritone? What were you?
Funny you should ask. In high school, I was a tenor.
Okay.
And by the time I got through college, 100% baritone bass. So my range isn't as crazy as it used to be, but I can still get it in.
Yeah.
So you're a late bloomer. Took till college for that voice.
One might say that. One might say that. I didn't.
That's an interesting read between the lines. I mean, we could go there. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it to a man's face, but Dave just.
I mean, damn. Dude just got Kluge.
Well, J Mike,
happened.
You got Kluge
all over.
Golly.
No, Mike, don't. Don't.
And that, my friends, is what it feels like to be Kluge. That's for those listening in podcast form, you had to be here. You
didn't have to see it. You heard it.
Feel my pain, guys. Feel my pain.
So you were a late bloomer, huh?
It feels like a Kings of Comedy moment.
Oh my God!
In front of my wife and everything.
It's even better when you say it slow.
My kids are listening.
But J Mike's too cool. He says one might say that. But he knows he's writing down his address in the background. One might say that. One might say that.
Hey, CC Joe Bryant on this harshly worded email. A new employee. I don't appreciate attacking me on my own show, Joe.
Can I report this guy to HR even though I don't work for football, guys? Is that possible?
You guys now too. In front of everybody.
What kind of dog and pony show you guys running over at football, guys? I mean, come on.
And he's putting his name out everywhere. He is HR, bro. You know that.
That was good. So we had a couple of mentions here for next things from the show sheet in terms of closing, getting ready to close. The EP threw out a chips draft. I don't know if that means like the show or actual potato chips.
He's a golfer. He's talking about chips, like chip.
Oh, like from the
stand
rough
wedge, the gap wedge, the approach wedge. What you chipping? What degree angle you hitting at? No. We're not doing that. Sorry, EP. We're not.
Is this another Gnaw spot?
Yeah.
Chip draft or nah?
Lob wedge or nah?
Nah.
Dude, I use a putter covered in rubber and a green colored ball, and I try to get into the clown's mouth. That's all I got to do golf there.
Yo.
I got a draft. We can draft.
All right.
Linda Chuba to the 49ers or Araya. Dang. Okay.
She's backing up Etienne in that situation.
So
she's on the or nah side of the Jeff Wilson or nah.
So it sounds like Linda's riding. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm just
upset.
Okay, so I would say nah. But don't look. Wait.
Let it down gently.
Oh wait, Linda, don't leave. Wait, just listen. Hear me out. We are. Oh shit, she left. She literally left. I think. I don't know. I'm just watching. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just looking at the numbers go down. No. Wait. Look. Look.
When Dave does his followers, she's just watching the numbers go down.
I know. Yeah, exactly. I'm just watching the viewers.
Cool, at least you don't check the followers in the morning.
Better go to Twitter and retweet this again. No, look, this is a pro Chuba pod. We went through this, J Mike. Wooba Luba Chuba Hubbard. All right. No, trust, but do we want that? Look at the mess that they've made in the 49ers for us. It's so frustrating. Between my other J Mike, Jet McKinnon. All right, I don't touch Jet's pizza, but I touch Jet McKinnon. Pause. And Breida was there for a minute. Jeff Wilson, our boy. Who else? Tevin Coleman.
Radio Raheem.
Shoot. Oh yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Why does Twitter love him so much? And so I mean, who? You know, so I don't want our guy Chuba to be put in that mix. I want him. We want the volume for Wooba Luba.
Y'all didn't
Chuba.
even y'all besmirched the name. Y'all didn't even say Jamichael if you're nasty. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. How many touches he get? Like 5.
Enough. Okay.
31 week and still the next.
He basically is following in the footsteps of his forefathers. If you look at the
Father Raheem, okay.
49ers backfield, 49ers backfield, you get an opportunity to play, you play halfway decent, you get hurt, the next season your role increases. That's basically the wash, rinse, repeat of the 49ers backfield the last few years. So you might be right.
And then Matt Breida stayed healthy and they shipped his ass to Miami.
Bro, you ain't gonna get hurt? No, good.
Nah, you're not gonna cut it here, man. We got doctors to pay.
Hey, man, Matt Breida was the healthiest he's ever been in this last season. That's because he didn't play.
We got to ship you down to the 305, bro. You can't be up here all healthy and stuff. got a rotation and a reputation to uphold, my guy. Oh man. I'm sorry, Gabe. You said you had a draft.
And speaking of Matt Breida, I think I stumbled upon a tweet today. I always look, here I am, FF Lurker. I'm in the streets, all right? I'm always watching. All right, I'm always watching. FF Lurker. I don't know who said it, and I don't know who I'm calling out even, but I saw it was another one of those remember blank, you know, and it said Matt Breida. Look, guys, I don't know if you've ever participated in this whole shenanigans, but gosh darn it, can we just forget that? Can we literally forget remember blank and not remember the remember blank? Can we forget it? Can we? At least us 5, just as like a unit, us 5.
I've never been involved.
A pact?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Scouts honor.
Jeez.
Thank you.
How hard is it? Come on, pause. So let's
further, and I'll at you next time I see it and be like, come get your boy. We need to end this, Gabe.
I need
Cluji out.
Yeah, I need to be the one to end corny FF Twitter. FF Corny Twitter. No, that's all right. Do y'all's thing. I just scroll past it. That's all. And I hate on my podcast. I guess. So I'm sorry, whoever that was. If you're listening, if you're listening now, you're like, God, dude, I just remembered him. That's all.
If you saw that was a chain, people were remembering a lot of people.
I know. They always remember them. It's like, oh.
Somebody out there is like, I mean, come on, man. Peyton Hillis need to be remembered. Come on, you know that. Jeez.
No, there.
I know. I appreciate y'all's knowledge, but like, that's why we're on Twitter, is because of the like supposed knowledge. Like that, you're literally there because of the remember blank tweet. That's the irony.
I mean, come on, Gabe. Is nostalgia a crime? I mean, come on. Come on.
Toby Gerhardt deserves a place in your heart too, sir.
Jeez. Yeah, Leonard Fourthnet would like a word. Leonard Fourthnet would like a word. Yeah. All right, let's get to this draft, J. Mike. All right. And
Klugie's a nut, man.
What'd he say?
I can see him. I can
What'd you say now?
Kluge found him.
No, you didn't.
He knows who you have to apologize to.
Shit. No, you didn't.
I'm done with DK.
No, he did.
Oh, hell no.
You got a whole
totally
list.
Found it.
You got a whole, you went to Twitter advanced.
Yeah, these two dudes just got Kluge'd in the DM.
Oh, man.
They got Kluge.
They got
The best is that it wasn't even one. There were multiple.
We got the double Kluge.
Somebody's
I'm hoping the
somebody's
draft
gonna
is best Kluge from the night.
Man. And it was Laquan, man. I like Laquan.
Somebody's going to
LQJ.
hack Kluge, and his drafts is going to come out, and he's just going to be burying everybody. My man's got 100 drafts of just like roast.
Oh my God.
That was good.
He's probably searching for me now. He's like, oh yeah, remember, huh? Remember this bun? I hope I don't have one of those.
Those receipts, man. You gotta watch out for those receipts.
I know. I'm gonna just put a hashtag on LQJ.
Those receipts. Got to misspell part of the last name, throw them off. You know, like Matt Breed.
How do we spell? I only want to.
Like you ain't never gonna find me, baby. You ain't never gonna remember Matt Breed.
All right, I'm only gonna ask this once.
You gotta spell that shit wrong, so it's not searchable.
I know. I'm only gonna find it. I'm only gonna ask this once. How do we spell?
Gabe is automatically trying to misspell those dudes last night, like Leonard Fourthnet. Y'all remember that guy?
He spelled it M-E-M-B-A, Mema Fourthnet. Good luck, Kluge.
Oh, damn. Can't get them receipts if I don't spell it right, can you? Huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
remember. Joke's on you. All right, for real, because I'm going to name the show this later. How do I spell Kluge?
I've never spelt it out in the past tense verb form.
I know.
Apostrophe D?
I'll let you use your artistic integrity. I trust you.
Oh, that's nice. That is.
I just don't know. I don't know if the punctuation goes with the hashtag D, bro. So I might have to go with the IED Kluge.
Well, I didn't ask you to remember the guy. I just,
All right, now look how it got flipped on me. Come on.
I'm upset.
Yeah. I don't. This is why I don't push out hate, because y'all too nice. You just come back. Like, yeah, you remember?
Oh man!
All right, I'm putting it out there in the Twitter sphere officially. It's your name. That's why I'm asking. Because it's about to be a thing. Did you not hear us at the beginning of the show that 2021 is the open bar season? So Kluge about to be a thing. Now you get to spelling. This is all you.
You get to control the narrative.
You get to control the narrative. Per usual. KLUE. I have KLEWGIED. Kluge. Here, let me put it out in a banner. It's just like us.
See, the problem is if you just do like Kluge D, that's just like every job I've ever had. That's the beginning of my email address, so we can't go with that.
Yeah.
You know, the
That's generic.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point because your first name's Dave.
yeah. So like KlugeD@Schneider.com. That's always been my email.
But see, I'm using part of your last name, but I'm making it like a verb at the same time. You know?
I think just a D at the end does it.
Okay.
I think that's it.
So
with wait, do you want me to spell your name correctly?
Yeah, I think you got to do the Kluge. KL.
Because we were talking about phonetics earlier.
Two O's.
So Dave,
and you got to capitalize the KLOO so you know that's where you put the emphasis on the syllable.
Let me just wrap this up here. Dave just said that if you're bringing the Kluge, you got to have the D.
See, this is my problem with. This is my problem with because now it just looks like Kluged.
Kluge.
I think you need a double.
I'm telling you, the apostrophe, man.
I know, but we got to get the hash. We got to get the hash.
IED. You need the I.
See, that's what I'm thinking. That we go IED.
KLOOGIED. Kluged.
Oh, you want the double O?
I think the double O IED.
Yeah.
Okay, you want the double O?
Yeah, I think you need it.
I did not get Kluge. Don't ever say that. So
you got
wait.
lewd. You got lewd early on, but
I did. I get lewd. I got lewd. Kluged. This is it.
I think that's
it.
Okay.
I like it.
Perfect.
There we go.
All right. That was easy. Kluged. No, yeah, Steph, it's happening.
It's a hashtag now. You can't stop it. That's how the interwebs work.
I'm about to raid your Friday show. Y'all about to get Kluged.
No, Gabe, I think you have to put the Kluged hashtag under the two Breeden tweets now that are in the chat.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was exactly going there for.
I love it.
I'm gonna just put hashtag Kluged.
Perfect.
Right. No context. Not even you got. Just Kluged.
This is why we can't have nice things. This is why 2021 can't be our year.
I know. I think I'm friends with both these people too, so I don't even know what
they'll be fine. They'll understand.
Yeah.
They're gonna have no idea. Yeah, they're not gonna have any idea.
7 a.m. tomorrow and be like, "What the hell?" Like, what? I got
I know. Okay.
What about Parks and Rec? Parks and Rec, you got jammed. That's
so good. You got jammed. All right, I feel it. Hold on, I feel like there's I gotta make a meme out of that. There we go. Okay, well.
You got double O.
This is making it into the Friday show for them.
Oh God.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start. You're gonna have to, bro. I'm telling. Look, the open.
Dave is reconsidering life. He's like, why the hell did I come on this show?
No. The thing is with the open bar is we just literally like gift you content. That's all we do for our guests, for newcomers or vets, whatever. It doesn't matter. So I know you're gonna go football guys this fall, and you're gonna have an article section called "Get Kluged." I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but you're gonna submit it to Joe, and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck is?
What is this?
This isn't a thing, dude. I am legitimately just
it's a thing. Trust me."
Hashtag Kluged every time Dave gets into a fight on Twitter now. Like every time you have Dave, I'm hashtag Kluged people left and right.
Thank you for this. This is what I needed to really vault myself to the next level. So I appreciate that, Gabe.
Who else? Yeah, don't Google Kluged. Google Kluged. Google Kluged. All right.
I'm dead. I can see the tweets and I'm dead.
Steph retweeting this shit.
That's from September 24th. The tweet is from September 24th.
It was gonna slide through
from 2020. Jeez. All right. I don't even know. All right. I
just saw the picture.
Oh.
Klugied.
Oh, damn. Oh, my God.
Look, all we do is brand.
Oh, I'm just going to wake up and be like, what is this?
All we do is brand, J Mike. I'm telling you.
It hurts.
Oh, my God.
Where you going?
He just quit.
He's going to
J Mike just left.
Oh, man.
Okay. Yeah.
I just blew my drink in my eye. All right. I just Klugied my drink in my eye. Yeah. I love when J Mike gets up and leaves. That's always a moment. You could make a compilation of that.
When you search hashtag Kluge on Twitter,
You get to. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Not for long though.
Not for long. No. You better blow up, bro. Yes.
Oh my
bio.
God.
Yeah. You want to designate an emoji right now? All right. No, we got a draft to get to. I don't even know if it's appropriate after that. We about to fall off with this one. And I needed Mike me up here for this because I literally thought of it the moment that he came in with the butt cheeks. So I don't know if that's a pause, but
we're not drafting butt cheeks.
Oh, we're not drafting butt cheeks, but for the lack of a better conjecture, or conjunction. Sorry, not conjecture, conjunction. Yeah. Whatever. Math is better. Suck it, English. All right. So we're doing a draft. What we are drafting, because Mike me up got me thinking about butt cheeks. What is the butt cheek? Well, part of it or all of it. I don't know. I don't know the science either. Look, math over everything. Gluteus maximus, right? The Clugius maximus. Okay. That's what your girl calls you, doesn't it? Sorry. I'm just kidding. I won't go there. All right. So we're drafting muscles. Look, we're doing the science tonight. We're drafting muscles. Okay. I know that y'all be looking at muscles of these dudes. Okay. So you are drafting your favorite muscle, whether it's related to an NFL player, whether it is a muscle that you just happen to be working. All right. We had Mike. The only Mike at this point, so I can just say Mike, but he is Mike Daddy. All right. It kind of sounds like I'm saying my daddy when I say that, Mike Daddy. Okay. So I kind of like it. Yeah. So Mike Daddy. Anyway, Mike Daddy, he was doing some push-ups earlier, so maybe he's working the pectorals. By the way, while I'm bullshitting here, you three, this is your opportunity to Google muscles and your scientific lookup for muscles in case you don't know them. I'm just bullshitting so you can do this. Okay. Anyway, Mike was, stretching them pecs out. Maybe the, what else would you work? The deltoids?
I think more
the deltoids or the scap. Well, that's a bone, right? But,
yeah, that's a bone, Mike.
Yeah, but that could sure okay.
Whatever,
is it bone / muscle draft? No,
no. We're not talking about bone workouts.
Yeah,
we're not going there. No.
Flex on them. Flex on them. Okay, you might do the bicep. I don't know. Okay, this is your draft. This is your muscle. All right, I want to see your muscles. All right, and then you're gonna pick that muscle. You're gonna describe it, however, in which way, shape, or form that you'd like to. And you're going to compare it to an NFL player that you are kind of digging in startups. Maybe it could be a rookie, could be your veteran running back, since that's your thing, Dave. I don't care. Whatever. It's your muscle. It's your player that you're picking. So I just need the comparison. It's the open bar. We get weird. We're talking booty cheeks, baby. All right. And beyond. So we got a muscle draft. J-Mike, we did it, dude. A muscle draft? Are you kidding me? Who else in the FF industry doing a muscle draft? Come on. Name one. I'll wait.
Crickets.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so muscle draft. Here we go. should we work in the outros too, J Mike? I think we're about at that time. So, in coordination with your, no, we're not. At least I'm not. I got lewd. I got kludged. I'm not well. Okay. Or I'm not okay. Yeah, I'm not okay whatsoever. But anyway, so we are drafting muscles, and then you were providing us with an outro. Whatever you want to share with the people. If you want to do some push-ups on screen, if you want to work out that specific muscle on screen, like, do your thing. This is all you. The floor is yours. So who wants to start? Who wants to flex them guns, baby? Wherever them guns might be.
Well, I can tell you because Linda's in the chat, and I see her already blowing up. So I can give you my 101 if you'd like, because it's a pretty easy one for me.
Okay.
So as you can probably tell, I was doing squats earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Because
why are we getting the close up?
So you can tell, like, I did some squats, because the fact is I don't have nearly as much junk in the trunk as the 101 gluteus maximus in NFL history, the dump truck himself, Jeff Driscoll. That man packs like a whole bushel of peaches, not just one, like, that have somehow formed together into this perfect formation, like I've never seen before. Like, I don't know how they find pants to fit over that, but it is spectacular. It is luscious, and it's glorious. And honestly, I have no shame in saying that. Like, it's okay to find things like this attractive, and Jeff Driscoll's ass is phenomenal. So that is by far my 101. So what I'm going to leave you with is that you'll find me on Twitter at Daddy's Home FF. You can find a lot of this same BS. Like, I actually just blatantly, unlike Dave, don't care if you follow me. I'm going to say some shit, and if you don't like it, I'd invite you anyway. But welcome to Twitter.
Boy, howdy.
All right, I think I can follow that up. I think I'm ready with my muscle
Beach
player
Pits.
count.
All right, let's get it. Get kludgy.
All right, I'm gonna go with the trapezius, and my player for that is Derrick Henry, because he's 27 years old. Arthur Smith is gone. He's seen 300 carries for 3 straight years, and he is a trap with a first-round ADP. So Derrick Henry. Trapezius. That's my comp right there. And I am Dave Kluge. You can find me at Dave Kluge _FF and hashtag Kluge, which will be a thing after today.
Just real quick, Dave, before we move forward with D-Bros 103, would you describe Derrick Henry as a Kluge trap?
A Kluge trap? No. He's a trapezius. No. Kluge trap is something that we're not going to get into on this show. We got to keep it PG.
Yeah, at this point, okay.
I mean, that's where
you gotta,
double O's.
Now
that's
I want to
double O's come in, man.
Now I want to see you roll your trapezius, your trapezii. Yeah. Okay.
Feels good after an hour and 40-minute show.
Now we know what a Kluge sounds like.
I'm gonna go with Club Gastrocnemius, and that's the fancy word for the calf muscle, my friends. So, with this, I gotta get a 2-pack. You got 2 calves, you got 2 players, my friends. So, recent pictures making the circles around social media, and these people don't seem to have much of them. I'm in on Devontae Smith, and I'm in on Justin Jefferson. Give me both. Tiny calves for the win, baby.
Melvin Gordon on the outside, like, can I get
he's looking. He's like, come on, man, let me in the club. You're like, nah. Yesterday's news. You could sit there and wait. You could wait in line. You could pass me a 5. Maybe I'll bump you up a few people. But past that, you can wait, baby. It's all good.
You forgot your outro, D, bro.
Oh, I mean, after that, do I need one? You can find me at Dbro _FFP. All things FTN, baby. Podcast, writing, all that kind of stuff. Small calves. Got a full small calves write-up coming out. Little video content. Me maybe flexing my small calves. That's where I'm at.
Gastrocnemius, man. Wait, what'd you say? FF small calves?
FF small calves, baby. They were big, and then they got kloogied. What can I say?
Yeah, I know. Wait, who's the pelvic floor 101? That's what I laughed at randomly right when you were finishing up your outro, D-bro. What's all right? Oh, the player that keeps coming back to form. Oh my goodness, damn. Hey, not always. All right, do them Kegels. All right. Happy International Women's Day. A little late, but all right. Now Linda's gonna leave. All right. No, that was a shout out. I think. I don't know what I say. J Mike, what's on your mind, man? What muscle's on your mind?
All right. So this is a shout out to our homie, CD herself. I'll let you all put together the real name. I just call her CD. But CD is I don't know if she started it or if she's just a part of it, but she's got the whole hashtag Weenus together, right? The give back, if you will, the charitable love, letting everyone know you're not alone, Weenus together, right? And if we're referencing the Weenus, that's obviously nothing inappropriate. It's right there on the elbow. And apparently, after not being able to heal their Weenus over many years in Foxborough, and wearing that bionic brace for forever, all of a sudden, one season in Tampa Bay, and Rob Gronkowski's operating like he's got the strongest Weenus in the world. No bionic brace. No bionic brace anywhere to keep that Weenus intact. I mean, he's got it's pretty durable at this point. So Rob Gronkowski, easily the most rehabilitated Weenus in sports history, perhaps. I mean, listen, I know that Florida does things to you, but apparently that's the place to really repair your Weenus. So,
well, you saw today he's got moments coming out, like he's doing his own moments. I just can't wait for the Weenus moments to drop. That's what I'm waiting for.
That's the thing, man. Like that's the LeBron that's the Zion Williamson, the Luka Doncic of Top Shot is the free Weenus, the free Weenus Gronkowski in Tampa Bay. You got to have that one. That's got to be a part of your cryptocurrency if you're really trying to live. I mean, have you lived with a Weenus free Gronkowski? I don't think so.
Hashtag swinging Weenus. Swinging Weenus.
Well, I see. You took it somewhere else.
I'm just talking. No,
nah. You opened the door, J Mike. Get out of here.
No, I set the stage, and
I know.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Okay.
To our guests, thank you all. This has been an absolute treat and a pleasure. Appreciate y'all joining us. Mike, I feel like it's been long overdue for us to be able to have these talks, man. And this is what my heart has longed for. I appreciate you. That's my brother from another mother right there. D-Bro, as always, holding it down. And again, continued successes as you continue to rise in these in the FF streets. But seriously, to D-Bro, because obviously we talk outside of just these shows, and to be able to know you and know some of your story, and to see where you are now with FTN and doing your thing, it's a real treat to be able to be your fan and to be able to root you on and see you do your thing, man. So it's outstanding. And Kluge, this is the first time that we've, I guess, formally interacted aside from this group chat. Listen. I appreciate you way more now than I ever thought or dreamed that I could have. I'm so grateful to be able to get to know you and to continue to see your work shine on even as you move forward. Because I feel like I just started seeing you around, and all of a sudden, like you are everywhere, and it's really cool to see. So keep doing your thing, man. Continue success for sure. To everyone in the chat, appreciate y'all holding this down. EP was in the building. Steffi Smalls came through. Linda was up in the building. The crew, it was lit tonight. Scott Fish even made an appearance. Lots of fun this evening. But
Andrew Chin.
Andrew Chin in the building. To everyone that shows love to the open bar, whether it's in podcast form or live, thanks. Thank you. You could literally be doing anything for 2-ish hours whenever, whether it's podcast or live with us or on the video playback, but you choose to spend that time with us, and we're grateful. We really are. So thank you. Podcast form, Spotify, all the places, we're there. I'm on Twitter at JMikeCheck, at JMICCheck. Show's handles at the Open Bar Pod. And you can find my main man, Bungie, Genius the MC, aka FF Sommelier, aka FF Inner Thigh, aka FF Inner Circle, aka FF Left Butt Cheek, aka FF or Nah, aka FF Lurker, aka FF Clue GOOG. On Twitter at FF Man Bun. Gabe Gearing, take us home.
You know I only eat the left side of the peach. Come on. Throw the rest out.
All the way to the pit. You know what I mean?
That's nasty. All right. Yeah, double OG indeed, man. I'm telling you, I can't say that we birthed a star here. Because dude was already a star, all right. He was already on Football Guys, but you know, if you know, you know. Get Kluge or don't. This was good, man. Wait, I have to draft. Man, y'all gotta just come to this live show and just watch J Mike like every time. I swear he just he dies. He does. He does. He's dead. He's literally dead. He is socially distant. He is 6 feet underground. Dead. All right. Look, my draft. What's my muscle? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I don't know why this popped in my head. Y'all remember remembering? Y'all remember? You remember muscle? This one just popped in my head. I don't know why. And I would totally take the gluteus maximus. That is the 101, I think, Mike. You're right about that. This one popped in my head though, and it's kind of sciencey, and it's just so flexy and it's so nice. It's the latissimus dorsi. All right. Now I did have to. I did look. I Googled it. I had to look up which back muscle it was, because I was like, yo, I'm close to 30. All right. I'm getting Kluge'd day by day. All right. And my back just doesn't quite hold up the same that it used to, man. I used to, Jake, you know, man, golfing. I don't know who plays tennis in these streets. Oh, CD plays tennis. She just released that. By the way, look, J Mike, we can't just say CD on here. If people want to actually follow her, they're listening to podcast form. You have to say it. You have to say the handle, J Mike.
Listen, if you
no,
know,
you have to
you
say
know.
it. No, but you have to say it, J Mike.
No, I'm not.
I will
not. I will not.
I know. I can't.
Shout out, CD.
I know. I can hardly say it either. I feel like I'm like disrespecting her if I say it. Oh, I hate it, but I love it. Anyway, yeah, the back, the latissimus dorsi. All right. I'm in pain. I'm in pain these days. All right. These days, I'm in pain. And look, we were talking about, Mike went off on his whole wide receiver thing, blah, blah, blah. We're getting these wide receivers in rounds 3, 4, and 5 because we're done picking all the running backs in rounds 1 and 2. Yeah, we get it, Daddy, Mike, Daddy. All right. But I was scrolling through the ADP, and I was baffled by a certain juxtaposition. I saw, and I don't necessarily hate where CeeDee Lamb is, necessarily. I like the guy, but I'm a little more upset about where the potential 1A, 1B, whatever you want to call it, on the same team that just got signed to with a mega quarterback, mega deal. I don't know. Maybe this ADP will change. Who knows? But why is Amari Cooper so gosh darn low after dude is like J Mike? If we had like the Mike Evan, I mean, it's a distant respect. I think, Mike Evans has certainly shown what it takes to be that perennial wide receiver one, but Amari Cooper's there, man. He just keeps doing it too. It's just a matter of being in the right spot and being healthy. And those things have been pretty good in Dallas, and he has a contract and he has Dak, and I get CD's there, but like, dude balls, and my back hurts. My back hurts for this man. Just holding him up, okay? Holding up this, what was it, wide receiver, like 21 ADP. It hurts, man. You think about taking the knapsack down the railroad, all right? This knapsack's filled with Kluge, with gold, with silver, with anything that's heavy. And I'm just carrying it. And I'm going to carry it all the way through 2022, J Mike. It's Amari Cooper season, baby. Mr. Latissimus Dorsey. All right. Amari Cooper. Anyway, hey guys, this was fun. Muscle Draft 2021, March 9th. We did it. We're the kings. We're the kings of this FF ish. All right, and queens. Shout out to women. What is it? I saw. So I'm so stupid. What was it? It was International Women's Day, but then I've seen a thing about Women's Month. Is that true? See? Okay, nodding.
Yes,
Thanks, guys. Thanks, because this is also.
Oh, sorry, podcast form.
Yes,
yes.
This is also a podcast. Remember that we actually put it out.
You are
next
correct,
day.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's really only about.
The silent
50
yes doesn't
viewers.
come across in audio form. Excuse me. Sorry.
Right. Whoa. Professional podcasters here, they say. Anyway, shout out to all the women across the FF industry. It's been so great to get to know so many this year and years before. Like when we first stepped in, it felt like it was not many that were, at least in the FF community. There were kind of a bit in the NFL community, but it just kept expanding, and it's just beautiful to see it continue that way. And we need to prop up women more and more. Ain't it nice that we can go from Black History Month into International or National Women's Month, and neither of those should be months. They should just be year round. Obviously, y'all should know that. We all know that. So shout out to everyone in those circles. Ain't no circle. We all a circle. It's a sphere. Look, the earth is a sphere. Did y'all know that? Come on. I mean, it's not a perfect sphere, but it's like a pretty good sphere, which is like the shape of somewhat of a circle. So if you want to be on a cult, like, join Earth. All right. Jeez. Anyway, this has been the Open Bar. J Mike, he does pods. He does the journal. I just keep. This is what I do in podcast form. All right. This is what I do. I put my finger.
Listen to you filibuster right now.
What?
Leslie Knope style. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, you know.
I see what you're doing.
I take the screen down. I put my index down, and I swipe down, and I just wait. I wait for that to reload. Nope, still no new episode. Okay, I'm gonna just wait for the journal. I'm gonna just write my own bars and be trash at it. But I guess I can wait on my inspiration for another month. Ain't no thing. Don't you dare walk away. I thought you were about to walk away. All right. No, but for real, no, it's a great pod. I poke, but it is a wonderful podcast that my brother does, The Journal. Also, he's flexing his fantasy football knowledge, which doesn't seem to happen very much on this show, as you might see or hear or guess. Dude knows. I'm telling you. He knows. He just been cooking, He just put on simmer for a little bit. All right. He just been cooking rice. All right. He put it on the boil real quick when he jumped on the Open Bar, but then he put it down to a simmer. He's still cooking, though. Don't you worry. He been doing that with our homie Zach over at the Dummies. So go ahead and listen to. They're breaking down everything. All right, everything. I don't care about Mike Daddy. I don't care about D-Bro and FTN. I don't care about getting Klugied. All right, talking about J Mike. I'm playing. I love all y'all, but keep putting content out. Thank y'all for listening. And we got a show. Wait, do we have a show next week? That's the first time I'm actually not sure if we have a show next week.
I don't know. We'll have to double check.
All right. Oh, J Mike, next week's spring break. We have to take next week off, actually. Well, all right, we'll talk. Whatever. What else? That's it. I guess that's it. I don't know. It's the open bar. Look, put your drinks up. Shout out to Mike. Mike me up. All right. That's capital M, lowercase I. No, I'm just playing. You know the deal. You know Mike by now. You know Mike Daddy. You know D-Bro. You know Dave getting Klugied. You know J Mike Check. This is the open bar, and we made it to 2 hours. And I do it every week. I'm so good at this. So good at this.
That was one of your longer filibusters. Like you
I was watching the timer at the top left. I was like, is he gonna make it?
Bro.
That was like 6 full minutes of absolute nothing.
Welcome to the show. All right. That's it. We made it. See y'all next week, maybe. But until then, da 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 da. Get yourself Klugied. Doses.